Applying color in Adobe Illustrator, although it's technically different than, say, Photoshop, you're still looking for the same result. You're looking for a color that works with what you're trying to accomplish. Whatever you do and how you apply it is secondary to having a color that works for what you're trying to say. So in Adobe Illustrator, we're dealing with fills and objects. In Adobe Photoshop, we're painting with a paintbrush. There's no difference in terms of what we're looking for. We're looking for a color. Illustrator has thousands of colors that we can choose from, and you can get out the internet and even find more. But there's going to come times when you need specific colors. For example, if you work with Adobe, the Adobe logo is actually Adobe Red. That's a patented color. You could make it if you knew what it was, but how do you do that? One way I can make colors in my swatch palette is to find them somewhere. For example, if this object were brought in from another document, the colors would automatically be added to my swatches palette. I don't have to do anything. But let's say that I select that object and I get into my color panel. Let me pull this thing out here for you. I'm going to click this button here to show options. And I either come down here or I come up here and I create a new color. Now this color is based on, maybe it's a company color, it's a logo color, whatever. And I don't have that color in my swatches palette and I need it. One way would be to do this. After you've got the color created, you would come over and just simply click the new button right here. The swatch name is actually representing the physical colors in red, green, and blue that we chose. Okay, you can do that right now. Is it a process color or a spot color? Spot colors are for 4-color press, process for just about anything else. Is it an RGB color? Or is it HSB or grayscale, CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, black, LAB, or a web-safe color? What is it? Again, I can further modify it here if I want to. But if I click OK, I have added that color to my swatch palette. So one way to add a color is to make it right now, right in this document, and then save it. No big deal. The next way is actually to move them out of an image. Andy, I love the blues in this image. I love the wheat in this Kansas wheat field, whatever. Pick up your eyedropper. Come over here, and when you click, wherever you click, that color then becomes the color right here. Once you decide the color that you want, you can come directly to the new button right here. Again, you want to change the name, you can. You want to make it a spot color. We'll talk about global in a minute. You like that color? Click OK. And so you've added another color. We can do that all day long, but understand something about photography. Sky photos, greens, fall colors are so easy to pick out of a photo instead of you trying to figure out what that color really is. Bring the image into Illustrator, use your eyedropper, and actually make your own palette that way. So we're making our own systems. So let's say that we're going to make our own palette. We don't need some of the stuff that's in this one, so we select this group right here, and we delete it. And it's going to ask us if we really want to do that. Now, you do that a lot. Select another one, hold the Alt key down, and it won't ask the question. It will just do it. What we're doing is we're paring down and only putting in the swatch palette the colors we need. So you might have a autumn sky palette. You might have a flesh tone palette. You might have any kind of palette that you need. Once you've got that done, you click here and go to Save Swatches and give it a name. Autumn Colors. Make sure you save it right there. It's going to recommend that because if you save it there, it's easy to find again. You click Save, and you now have made that palette. Now, if we come back to this button right here in the Swatches panel and go down to User Defined, you will see a list of all of your user-defined libraries. If you want it open, just go ahead and click right there, and it'll open up for you. You got your colors again. It's not a bad idea to make customized swatch palettes for things in Adobe Illustrator.